A treasury, a finance minister and the issuing of eurobonds as safe assets were some of the suggestions the EU Commission made last week to open talks on protecting the Eurozone from crises. Just some of the main talking points at the EC's flagship economic event.
These are technocratic things that even if they work will prevent bad outcomes. The Commission, technocrats never get credit for preventing bad outcomes. You need something positive to create the political momentum in support of Europe, in support of the euro area. And given the recent elections, not just Macron, and given the external threat that Europe faces from the US, from Turkey, from Russia, I think it's a positive opportunity.
The most controversial proposal is the so-called safe asset to issue bonds in common. Alexander Stubb, Finland's former PM and finance minister, says sooner or later it has to happen.
We have a tendency to exaggerate short-term change and underestimate long-term change. I think in the long term that's probably the direction in which we're going to go, but the level playing field has to start. We cannot be in a situation that some member states are footing up the bill of old sins of other member states, and that's why I think that the Germans are right. At the end of the day we'll get some kind of a common asset system or we get a common eurobond system, but we're not talking 2020, we're talking post-2025.
But others say that forecast is optimistic as Germany has ruled this out, fearing it could be the first step towards a eurobond system which could put member states' debts together.
Unfortunately, I find that it takes a very long time for the Germans to realize what is at stake in Europe these days. I completely understand their point of view that they don't want to get into full solidarity and suddenly become responsible for the debt which has been created by other people. But at the same time, if we don't solve that debt problem in the coming years, this will be a very strong handicap for all countries in Europe, including Germany.